Good morning, this is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in less than 2 minutes, so let's see what happens. All right, I'm going to try to pick some shares up here at 283 on the dot for a quick little scalp. We'll see what it wants to do here. So I'm in for just 500 shares. Nothing large at all. So let's see what this one wants to do here. See if it can work its way. I'm actually going to cancel that out. I think this thing actually wants to get a little bit higher. Some nice candles attempting to form here. Like I said, if this thing can get up through 23.15-ish, then I'd like the odds of it to make an even bigger move. So let's see what it wants to do. So, just not quite behaving the way I wanted to see it behave. Might still come off the little bottom here, but just not as clean as I was hoping to see it. But let's see what else I can find. Well, I'm glad I got out because I would have had to been stopped out at this point. It broke down to those lows, so well, could have very well been a losing trade had I, decided to go for more. Managed to keep that a winning trade, and I've talked about this in past videos. But over here, level twos. Very, very valuable tool to use. Not a holy grail, but something you got to utilize. Because like I said, thanks to the level twos, I was able to create a winning trade out of Tundra Bean that would have been a losing trade. Not a big losing trade. Like I said, I would have been stopped out here with this movement downwards. But like I said, thanks to the level twos, I was still able to walk away with a winning trade. But I do now have an order at 81.85. So let's see if it can get down there and fill me. An 81.85 for 500 shares. I will go ahead and pause. As it pulls back some more, I have an order at 281, but as we wait to see if it goes down there, another example here of just why you want to use stop losses. Let's say I didn't use level twos or whatever, and I decided to not use a stop loss. Look how much bigger that loss would be at this point. Like I said, it would have been a losing trade, but it would have been a nice controlled losing trade. But had I decided to break rules and not follow the requirements of my strategy, then I mean, look at that. So take this as a lesson learned. What can happen if you don't lose a stop loss? The losses can get just that much bigger. So I stalled long enough with the learning lesson, and it still hasn't come down there. In fact, if anything, it's looking like it might want to bounce. But all right, I'll keep a close eye on it. I have an order at 283 here to go short. We'll see if it can get up through there or not. Well, I apologize. I missed that SPY trade. I was actually, as you see here, looking at MRNA, which you can see on the chart right there. I still had the level twos over here, but as I was looking, that turned green, which means I was filled, and actually got an even bigger score than what I had anticipated on that one. So that's the problem. Well, I'm going to... who do I want to stick with right now? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let's go to SPY here. And let's try 283.25. So 283.25. Looking to go short 500 shares. We'll see if it can get up there. It's trying. And then it hesitated. So I'm not interested in that. I would be interested though. Let's see, what is that? 283. Yes, I'm talking to myself right now. 283.95 now at this point. All right, so let's go back over here and look at mRNA. And again, as I was explaining earlier, keep an eye on that. And if that turns to green, that means I got filled. But for now, let's go look at mRNA. I was wanting to get in there at 21.50, and it went slightly below it, but would have filled me, and now bouncing. But that's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, nice bounce right there. All right, well, let's go just back to SPY then, and let's see if this thing wants to make a run up to 283.95. All right, let's see what happens. I have an order at 284.45 to get short. And it's flirting around right up around that area. I don't want to miss the entry point this time, so I'm trying to be extra cautious. It's just notice level 2 is just pausing right below that area, right below that area. I'll give it a little bit more opportunity. Yeah. So notice how it's just staying right below that 45-ish area. Well, and now it's just pulling back. So how high did it actually get? Went up as high as 40, so I was 5 cents away. Well, it happens. All right, I've adjusted my order up to 75. Nice, and I'm in for my opening allotment. So let's see what this wants to do. And decided to give me the quick $100. Let's see. So next first entry point, going to be up there at 285.15 if it can work its way up there. But there we go. What was that? $100 in, I don't know, let's call it 20 seconds. I'll take it. $100 bill in 20 seconds. I'm happy with that. All right, I believe this thing wants to get down to at least 284, maybe even lower than that. There's some good stuff going on with the other time frames. So we'll see if it can indeed actually roll back down to the 284 mark. So bouncing up a little bit right now. Like I said, I think this thing, based on what I'm seeing in other time frames, has a desire to at least head back to the 284 mark. If not even maybe lower than that. Not quite sure it's going to be able to actually break down through 284. But to go down there and revisit it, like I said, I think that seems like it's got a good chance of potentially happening. So it's trying to work its way down there. Kind of getting caught up in this 15-ish area though. Trying, almost there. Almost there, and it is there. Nice, down through. So I'm out there. You actually got 4 more cents than what I thought I was going to get. So nice little trade there. Now I'm up $420, and we're 45 minutes into the open. So 45 minutes, $420. I'm happy with that. Let's see what else I can find. All right, so what I'm going to do here is get short And I'm either going to get up over $500 on the day, or I'm not, because I'm going to put a stop loss, and I'm risking right around $100 here. So pretty much going to end the morning session with right around let's just call it $320, because I know there's always slippage. But if this thing wants to really crack downwards, then I could be making quite a bit more than that. Like I said, this thing's either going to roll back over, or it's going to bounce back up and take me out with right around $100 loss. Because really the question and the learning lesson here is, what do you feel comfortable with at a point in your day? And right now, I would still be perfectly happy. It's not going to ruin my day if I'm walking away with $300. Now, is it $420? It's not. But you know what? It's still $300. And with that in mind, I'm content with that. So because of that, I now know what I should be risking, and that's right around $120, give or take. And now I've actually gone back into the red here. But like I said, this thing is either going to roll back over and go through a deeper pullback, or it's not. And I'm going to be walking away with right around $300. So I am again in short at 283.73. So actually, yeah, that's a great stop loss. So let's see. I'm just going to put I don't need to put a stop in now. I have plenty of time to adjust. This is not some like low float penny stock that could all of a sudden just shoot straight up there and take me out. But the key break there that I'm looking for and that matters is right around this 283.25 mark. So if it can break down through 283.25, you got to like the chances of it getting some more continuation to the downside. So there is the break. So next key level going to be, can it get down through the 283 area? So that's the big, there's what I'm looking for. In fact, you know what I'm going to do here? Let's see, what is that high? There we go. So if it can get in there we go. It got, oh, well, that happened super fast. So what I was looking for and what I was going to say before everything happened within a split second was, if it broke down through 283, which it did, again, you can go back and look and you'll notice that these numbers actually did drop down below 283. I was going to just put my stop loss in at 283.11, which I did right there, to at least ensure a winning trade at that point. That way, if it bounced, oh well, I walked away with, what was that, $60-some. If it didn't, and it kept on going down, well, hey, I was just going to make that much more money. So I was in one of those situations that we want to be in as traders, where it's not if you make money, but how much money are you going to make? Because again, at that point, I was going to make money, and I did make money because I got taken out. But had the price kept on pulling back, which it's somewhat doing right now, then who knows how much money I could have made. But at that point, I decided to just ensure that it was a winning trade, and I still walked away with a good solid chunk of change. Now that's the downside with 100 shares. But again, it goes back to that first question. The first question was, what would have made me still feel happy? And I would have still felt happy at $300. So that gave me some wiggle room. And in this situation, yes, in hindsight, I probably got too tight with the stop loss. But we're all morons in hindsight, right? Hindsight is the perfect judge. But so at this point, no, I can do the same thing. Now, again, what do I be happy with? Well, now that I'm up this much, I mean, I'd like to stay up at least 350, right? So do the math. 480, and if I want to be up 350 still, that gives me what? Well, 480 minus, I want to be up at least $350. So you do the math there, and that's going to equal, well, now I know I could risk $130 on a position. So that is how that's all going to work out, and that's just a quick way that you can kind of dictate, how much should I be risking? What do I want to risk? Well, ask yourself, what do you feel comfortable with? What's not going to ruin your day? So, I mean, like I said, walking away with $350 would not ruin my day. In fact, I would enjoy that quite a bit. So let's see if I can find one more trade, but it's almost an hour into the day, and I want to be done. I want to move on with my day, but we'll see if I can find something else. Okay, I have an order at 281.95, and I'm in for my opening allotment. I'm not sure if I captured the entry point or not. If I didn't, I apologize. So again, I'm in at 95. I like the odds this gets back up to at least 282.15-ish. So let's see if it can get back above the 282 mark. Well, it's starting to hesitate a little bit. So let's see what this thing wants to do. Got another 500 shares down there. So we'll see if this thing wants to work its way back up above 75 or not. Getting at an interesting area on the chart here. Okay, got some more down there. Got a little partial up there at 65. Trying to get into the 60s. There we go. And all out there. Apparently I had 1,500 shares. Thought I had 2,000. Should still have 500, but oh well. All right, so 5:44 on the day. It's 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So just to finish out, what would the rest of the trade plan be? Well, I should still have 500 shares. I thought I added, I thought I brought myself up to the 2,000 shares. Should still have the 500 with a stop loss down below that purple line there. But like I said, I exited 3 times. So there are my 500 shares. But that's nobody's fault but my own. That's what happens when I try to commentate and do all this. So, but it is what it is. I'm disappointed. Look at that. There it goes. Should still have 500. Oh well. I'm not going to complain though. $500 a day keeps the day job away. To make technically $544 in essentially an hour, I will take it. Real quick before I go, first off, if you're not aware, I do offer a private trading community. So all the trades that you saw me making here, all these different entry points and locations on the technical chart were alerted and highlighted, and that's just part of the live chat room that I have. There's also I send out a weekly newsletter with my personal scans. So those are the two main functions here of the private community: is the live chat room. And if you've watched past videos, you've seen plenty of examples of where I've shown alerts and stuff like that. But in this situation, because SPY is so volatile right now, I was making all sorts of alerts. So all these trades, maybe not exactly, but members definitely had plenty of very kind of foundational and baseline areas that they could be keeping an eye on. So if you're interested in joining that, the way to approach it, so we'll just take the $99 for 3 months. So $99 for 3 months is, do I believe the service can make me more than and offer more value than $8.25 per week? Because that's what it breaks down to. $99 over 3 months, $8.25 per week. So if you think that investing $99 for 3 months is not going to give you $8.25 per week in value, then of course, don't join. You will be an unhappy customer. But if you think that it can give at least $8.25 per week in value, then that's how you should work through the thought process. And then also, if you just enjoy these live trade videos, the quickest way to communicate that to me is to hit that like button and leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts, or if you have any questions or anything like that. And then finally, check out the channel as a whole. Lots of other live trade videos, lots of other different types of content, and then ultimately hit that subscribe button. So thank you for hanging out. And I hope you give some serious consideration to joining up with me and other quality traders by joining the private community. And like I said, if you have any questions on it or whatever, let me know down in the comment section below. But if nothing else, please just hit that like button. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.